Hello? Is this thing working? I have to check. I have to check. It's habit. It's habit. There was a period of about a year where I would start stream and my microphone would just change sources to my webcam or would mute itself or something. Absolute menace behavior. Before I do that, I click here. This one, that one, boom. Should be good to go. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Hell yeah. How the turns spin around a table. Made an animated Tavern fan art of someone falling into of nondescript. Definitely not me. Oh, no, it is me. It is me. How dare you? So brick and rude. So good. It's so good. It's bye. Every time. That's glorious. That's glorious. You spoil me. You spoil me with amazingness. You win this time, Billy. Only saw the alert in Discord. Made it for like 5 seconds. Oh. All of the best action movies really bring it down to the wire. Far too many shots of Flodka. Clearly. Filled to the brim. Infinite pit drops. You can't count them. You can't. It's too many. Congratulations, Pretend on getting third. Good job. How are we all doing? Oof. May your drunken state give you a breakthrough in this kitchen for the potato fritters. Oh, with a 16. Hell yeah. I reckon you're onto a really solid recipe at this point. It's been almost a month. No, I'd say it has been a month of experimentation. I reckon you've got like a primo signature recipe for them at this point. If you want to keep going with the R&D for it on the side, you could probably also do that if you rolled a 20 on like on an ingenuity roll or something. You'd probably have like a eureka moment, complete breakthrough. You've absolutely nailed the recipe. But they're really good as they currently are. Need more alcohol. That's what you're missing the whole time. Started on your February piece and the vibes are vibing. Nice. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. I'll need to start my February piece next week, I think. I have to. I'm running out of time. It probably won't be as big as some of my previous ones because I need to regulate. I need to deem some pieces bigger and other pieces smaller, because if I commit myself 120% to every single piece I do, I'm not going to have enough time in the day. Had KQ hidden on the second all day. 6 free loot boxes down. Full model go. Nice. Nice. Need more Flodka for that? Clearly. I mean, I would question your method, but it's clearly had results. So what can I say? What can I say? How are we doing today? Are we having a good one? Sleep has been rough on my end, but that's not new. I'm chalking it up to it being summer. The heat, like, I don't know what it is. My mattress absorbs. You know how like the perpetual motion machine, the problem with it is that it can't generate more energy than it is put into it initially. Like, there are concepts of the infinite motion, the infinite energy machine where you can get something looping infinitely, but there's no way of drawing energy out of the process without slowing the thing down and then it stops moving. My bed contradicts that. My bed creates more heat than I swear that I put into it. I don't know what it is, but it's destroyed science as we know it, and I demand that professionals come and have a look, because my god, every time I lie down it just emits heat like it's nobody's business. I just can't do it. I need to move to somewhere incredibly cold. I just need to move to somewhere incredibly cold. The anti-sun. Antarctica. I'll move to Antarctica. Polyester does that. Try 100% cotton bed sheets. Ooh. That could be a play. Taking notes. Give me a sec. Try cotton bed sheets. You might be right. You might be right, because I do know that my current bed sheets are polyester. Or buy a walk-in cool room. Ooh, or invest in big ice. Not even the industry, just like big blocks of ice. Have to start prep. Got a little distracted, so now you need to kick back. You have direction. That good. If it feels like your direction is sliding, let me know. I'll kick your butt. Polyester is notorious for getting sebum, natural skin lubricant, out of it, which can add to the heat issue. Oh. Yeah, okay. For nugget, yeah. Duly noted. Well, I'll be moving next month, so I might hold off until, which means a month of having to put up with my current state, but I'll use that as an opportunity to pick up new bed clothes and stuff. Yeah. Thank you for the suggestions. I'm relatively blind when it comes to these things, so I do appreciate the heads up. When they see my bum till I polyester. Oh, such sexy flow. Such sexy flow. Hey baby, want to come look at my bed sheets? They're they breathe incredibly well, and they don't retain heat. They're really comfortable. pulling out the spec sheet. Like, see, if you actually look closely, it actually provides for quite a bit of like heat transference in a good way, and it like due to the way that it interacts with the washing machine, it actually leads to a very soft finish. They're really comfortable. Come back, might know where you're going. And they know about the polyester because your husband has really bad eczema, and polyester is an absolute problem for him. That's fair. That's like, as an irritant, yeah. My sister, it might be eczema. It might just be skin irritation in general, has a major problem with it. So I know that she has to avoid certain linen types. I would presume polyester at this point. Hi, Logic. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. We're discussing linen at the moment, Logic. Specifically, the fact that my linen is trying to kill me by smothering me to death with heat. I've determined that my linen has a 120% heat retention efficiency. So I mean that's good, right? That has us questioning science as we know it. Where it's a scientific breakthrough, it breaks my spirit. Not to scapegoat. I mean, it is scapegoating. Let's be entirely honest. It is scapegoating. It's probably a combination of things. But the summer heat is destroying me. The summer heat is destroying me. What material was the bedsheet of a famous biblical queen and her many lovers? Polyester? Sometimes this is a joke for joke. Was there a queen in the Bible named Esther? Yes, well, there you go. Boom. Hey, see? Skull enjoyed it. There you go. You had one enjoyer. Your mum's name is Esther, so you're familiar with it. Yeah, okay, fair. No, I'm familiar with it being a name. Because, isn't Esther the name of the female Viking in How to Train Your Dragon? The female Viking. You know what I mean, like the female lead. No, Astrid. Frick! Close. Close but no cigar. Missed it by that much. Yeah, correct. Where have I heard Esther before? Might be the voices in my head, actually, now that I think about it. How you doing, by the way, Skull? Famous singular female Viking, the one and only. I know. And we all know her name to be Esther. Esther, yeah. It's how I remember these things. Clearly not very well. Famously. Yeah, famously. I love How to Train Your Donkey. Esther and Burp are the best. Don't chastise me. Just because it's accurate. Right, that's off. That needs to be there. Which means that the roof is off still. Okay. How to Train Your Donkey. It does actually sound like one of those bootlegs. You know, the classic, like, big ship hits an iceberg, the movie. It's like, you mean Titanic? No, I didn't stutter. Big ship hits an iceberg. It's an original concept. that we made. Our little team. Atlantic Rim, yeah, exactly. I'm still pissed. I'm still pissed about Pacific Rim 2, to be entirely honest. Because I went to see it a second time in support of like bumping up its revenue so that we would get a sequel. The original. I went to see the original one twice. And then the second one was clearly done by just like completely different people. It's not what I wanted. And then I feel like they got the memo because nobody else went to see it either. Gone with the Gust? That's very funny. A romantic buddy cop movie. Resident Jane is the best thing in cinema. What's the original? Something Kane. It's not Resident. It's not Resident. Citizen Kane versus Resident. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, I figured it out. It took me a second. Believe it or not, I don't think about Citizen Kane that often. So I had to dig into my vault to figure that one out. Not a Kane head. Assume all fan groups are something heads. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? I feel as though there are some things that can have fandoms. There are other things where it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know. Are people on a daily basis going to the? God, I'm gonna make enemies. It's fine. It's all my stream is making enemies with people. People aren't on a daily basis visiting r/Blade Runner, right? Like, I know that people are a fan of the movies, but there's not like a fan community that's talking about it, right? Like on a daily basis, like, guys, I've made more fan art of Booker. No, his name wasn't Booker. What was his name? The Harrison Ford character. I've completely forgotten. John Blade Runner. I've made another. I've done another portrait of John Blade Runner. What do you guys think? I mean, they could. I don't. I guess that I don't deem it to be like a fandom, like as fandomable as something like a Pokemon or something where stuff is constantly happening. People who love the chimney sweep and Mary Barburns. Dickheads, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no matter how you slice it, it doesn't turn out well, does it? Dickheads or Van Dyke heads. No, it just chimney sweep Tom heads, I suppose, is maybe the redeeming one. Great to say there certainly is. Han Solo runner. Dick Van Dyke is still alive, by the way. It's terrible of me to say, but I swear I thought that he'd passed away at some point. No, this is good news, by the way, that he is alive. I think. Wait, let me. God, is it terrible that I need to triple check? Dick Van Dyke. Yeah, no, he is alive. And he's 100. Good Lord. Absolute trooper. For the life of me, I swear he was he had passed away at some point, but no, absolutely not. He's gone strong. You'll give me 10 subs right now if anyone can guess the random quote that just popped into your head. To do with us talking about Blade Runner and or Mary Poppins? No clue. Absolutely no clue. His name is honestly crazy. The most chill part of his name is a vehicle. The van bit, yeah. Nothing to do with those things. Well, that's why I don't even know where to begin guessing, because I know that it's got absolutely nothing to do with any of what we're talking about. We've got no point of reference. What is this? Excuse me? Behind the Tavern. Why are we in Behind the Tavern? Hello? Okay, no, we're good. Speed, I am speed. Random quote. I don't know. I'm Batman? It could be anything. It could be literally anything. Hold on to that sub money. Don't worry about it. You're good. Give a hint if anyone knows it before the grand reveal. Let's have a look. One, I should have known that it was Attack on Titan abridged. And two, yeah, I know the quote. Misa Jar Jar. Oh, that would have been a good one. Can feed you the Titans. I don't know what it was. I was up to date with Attack on Titan, and that it's not even because I'm a hipster, which like I guess I am. Like I don't keep that up to date with trends. As soon as it got insanely popular, I fell off of it so hard. It was completely coincidental. It wasn't a case of like, ugh, it's too popular now, I'm not going to watch it. Like, I'm not going to read it anymore. It just so happened that everybody started talking about it as I stopped reading it. Well, sweet Mother Teresa on the hood of a Mercedes-Benz. Dropped something and that's how your brain responded. Of course. I should have, like, I don't know. I didn't realize how much of a defining thing it would become for you, Billy, when I introduced you to it. I feel like, I don't know, like a gong should have played in my head, or like a beam of light from the heavens or something to to make note of the fact that such an auspicious occasion was upon us. Formative memory about to be established. How could I know? But yeah, I know. Montage video was a great pick. You're listening to a montage video? The one that I sent you? Ah, right. Yes. Wait, I didn't send you a montage video. I sent you Cricketune singing the the opening for Halo. And you drown a hipster, throw him into the mainstream. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. Is the tavern just sitting on top of a drain system? Often gets flooded and there's a hole leading to a pit. Who and why anyone would build a tavern on top of a hole is in a lake. It's fine, don't worry about it. Here we go. I'm known for drawing pictures, not making intelligent real estate decisions. It does not bode well for the fact that I'm going to be moving next month. Need to rehydrate me. I'll take a drink. A repeat from the other day. Most expensive hydrate redeem, I think, on the platform. Yeah, cheers. Flood teeny. we've got Flodka and Flood teeny. Glorious. I'm glad that everybody's coming up with methods of being able to recycle this this new disaster that we find ourselves in. Crazy to think the Titanic was made 29 years ago. Guess Leah's probably not that interested anymore. I mean, I'd totally watch a sequel to Titanic 2. Hollywood would totally do that as well. They'd find a way to resurrect that character. He's an ice zombie. Titanic 2 is no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. What? Titanic 2. It's not. It's not. It's not. Why? What? Excuse me? Titanic 2 is a 2010 American drama disaster film written, directed, and starring Shane Van Dyke. Hey! Are they related? Grandson to Dick Van Dyke. Hey! It all comes full circle. What are the chances? What are the actual chances? It is not a sequel to the 1997 film. The film is set in a fictional replica of Titanic. Yeah, okay. Still, that's atrocious. I hate that. I hate that so much. What timeline are you in? Yeah, I know. What? There's a dramatic one and the kids one. There's a kids Titanic movie? Oh, God, what am I? Titanic kids movie? What? The Legend of the Titanic. The Tall Tale of the Titanic. Sorry. cackling directly into the microphone. But what is this? The legend of the Titanic. The myth, the legend, the Titanic. 1999 internationally co-produced animated fantasy film directed by Orlando Corradi and Kim Jae-ok. The film is based on the sinking of the RMI Titanic. I would hope so. Well, actually, do I hope so? It's a kids' film. Fantasy elements such as anthropomorphic animals and magical spells. God, this movie sounds like it's perfect for me. In an attempt to advertise the story as more child-friendly, the film's writers decided to change the historical account so that no character, including the captain, crew, and passengers, would die. Okay, well then, yeah, no, the legend of the Titanic stands. It stands. Followed by a 2004 sequel. What? What is this? How many pixels is this? Well, there they are. There they are, the little mice. This is so confusing. Why? What? Why they're birds? You officially hate this time. Tavern customers beware of bards during floods. They're known for loot. It's good. That's good. It's clever. I guess there's a Titanic 2s. There's two Titanic 2s. Well, there's apparently there's a sequel to this. Tentacolino. There they are, and the Titanic's in the background. Why is there an octopus? Sorry, forgive me. I need to deep dive for a second. North is an Italian/North Korean animated fantasy. What is this timeline? It is a sequel to the 1999 animated film The Legend of the Titanic. Of course it is. 1950, blah, blah, blah. And their pet mice, Top Connors and Ronnie, are tasked by the US Navy to explore the ocean depths in search of the wreck of the Titanic. A gang of tiger sharks, led by Mr. Ice, orders them to cut the cable of the bathysphere that the humans and their pets are on and sink. Why are there mice in the... Whatever. Because he dislikes the craft's yellow color and a reason and a half to do it. Yeah. After the shark attacks, the craft falls and wedges between some rocks, leaving the occupants unconscious. A giant octopus named Tentacolino finds the craft and tries to pull it out, recognizing the occupants on board. Suddenly, wait, what? From where? Suddenly, a host of mer people arrive to fill in for him, explaining that the surface is too far and the occupants will perish due to a lack of oxygen from the impact. They enter the craft and use spray cans to install bubbles on their heads so they do not drown. As the mer people travel back to their base, the group awaken and find themselves in Atlantis. What is this? What is this? Where the mer people live. Smile the dog is at first terrified by... There was a dog in the sub as well, thinking he is in doggy hell, but calms down shortly after. The expeditioners undergo a procedure of drinking an elixir. It gets... Why does it keep getting worse? Elixir, which enables them to breathe underwater before entering the city. Pingo, a living toy silverfish, who is one of the ambassadors for Atlanta's monarchy, reveals to them through a musical number in a room full of living toys that they cannot get back to the surface, shocking the group. Later on in the main square, Smile falls in love with another female dog, eventually delighting her with a rose planted on her hair. Meanwhile, the pet mice Ronnie and Top Connors are approached by a couple of rats and why are there other rats in Atlanta? Beside the point, and attend a secret meeting of a larger group of mice and rats where they learn about a conspiracy to steal Atlantis' elixir of life so as to gain immortality and strive for world domination? The group is led by a pompous but naive propagandist rat and is in cahoots with the sharks and their leader, Ice Teeth, from earlier. Ronnie and Top Connors alert the others about the plot. The King of Atlantis decides to have the two mice spy for him on the rat's plan and substitute the elixir flask with a flask of ordinary water so as to sabotage the plan. The plan absolutely wrecked. The sharks send a telegram to a boat on the surface where a couple men are on their expedition to find a perceived treasure in the Titanic. They are told to be on guard and support the sharks and rats on their mission. Sure. During a battle between the mer people and sharks, a young toy soldier is promoted to the new general of a 19th century style artillery group after being at first mistaken for a little girl on account of a wig he was sure. The mer people use an amnesia laser. They keep adding in more plot elements. Okay. The mer people use an amnesia laser to zap the ship on the surface, making the men forget what they are doing so as to repel them. Meanwhile, oh God, I don't think I can take it. Meanwhile, the rats and mice steal the fake elixir and present it to their rat leader and a mouse elder who is used as a guinea pig to see how the elixir works. After consuming one drip of the flask, the elder is tied to a couple of bricks and dropped into a deep well of water, which almost drowns. What is this movie? Which almost drowns him, as a few of the mice jump in to save him, realizing that the elixir was illegitimate. Infuriated, the elder demands the rat leader and his fellow conspirators be committed to a mental hospital in the sewers and be kept there forever despite his desperate pleas. What is this movie? As a reward for their help defending Atlantis from the sharks and rats, the king assists the expeditioners in the Titanic's recovery, enlisting the assistance of Tentacolino and Pingo. The king then transports the Titanic and the expeditioners to the bay of a secret island where Don Juan and Elizabeth will live happily ever after while being able to return to Atlantis whenever they wish. The end. Good Lord, what? I don't have words. It's boomed me. It's mentally boomed me. I've got no idea what's going on. Why is Tentacolino the main character? He doesn't appear until the main characters start to drown, and then disappears for the rest of the movie and then helps them salvage the Titanic. It would be if... Oh God, what's an example? What would an example be? What would be equivalent? It would be if Snow White was called Eric. No, Eric was the one from The Little Mermaid. Regardless, it would be if Snow White was called the Prince. Ah, there we go. Snow White. If Snow White was called the Prince. And it's like, ah, oh, sweet. Why is it called the Prince? Well, he kisses Snow White at the end after defeating the dragon. He's basically not in... No, that's Sleeping Beauty. Frick. Yeah, no, he just kisses Snow White at the end. The Prince. Let's just cleanse our brains of that. Let's just cleanse our brains of it. It's not getting worse, it's getting better. This is made living in this timeline where I'm tempted to. So I've read through the synopsis of the second movie. Is there an English version of the first movie? The Legend of the Titanic, English. It's just straight up on YouTube, the whole thing. We could, not now. We could potentially watch it during the next Hearthside. I'm morbidly curious. I'm morbidly curious. Sounds epic. Hey, it sounds like something. Titanic 666 is a sequel to Titanic 2 and features a ship called Titanic 3. Would I rather have a rat leader or a mouse elder? It sounds like we got both in the description. Now we need a 5-minute scribble of that movie. Need to make a Friday canvas, the name of this movie. The Legend of the Titanic. We've already got Fungus lined up for this Friday, but I agree. We'll make it for next week. We'll make it for next week, and then next weekend on the Sunday, we can watch the entirety of The Legend of the Titanic. I'm so curious. Because if the first movie is anything like the second movie, oh boy. It just kept getting worse. There was a small fish that was also a toy, and it lived in a toy shop in Atlantis where there were other rats in Atlantis that could breathe underwater, and there was an elixir of life that made you immortal, and also there was a separate elixir that was to make you breathe underwater. But then they gave the elixir that they thought was the immortal one to the elder, and then they tried to have him breathe underwater as a test, even though that was a different... And the movie was named after the octopus that shows up for like 5 minutes. I'd say I don't understand. Thank you for joining me on that journey. I don't think I could have done it alone. Thank you, Gav, for putting me on the trail of... But I still can't get over that. Sorry. Wait, no, we just skimmed over that. There is a children's Titanic movie. It was a glorious journey. 10 out of 10 would go on it again. It was something. There is a movie for children about the tragedy of the Titanic. Where's the Hindenburg? Where's the Hindenburg children's animated film? Oh no, it set ablaze, but it's okay. We all landed and everyone survived. It's what? Sounds like someone went, give me some random facts about the Titanic, and someone went, there were rats aboard, and they sung in water deep enough for an iceberg, and sunk in a, and the person said, could you, they just kind of threw a bunch of like nautical loosely related things together. How could we make it a little bit more interesting? Some sort of sequel to the Titanic. What are we doing? What are we thinking? I know, boys. How about we make it set in Atlantis? We set it in Atlantis. That's underwater, same as the Titanic. It makes sense to me. It's perfect. Wait. Came out in 2004. Wait. My brain is piecing a couple of things together. No. Atlantis, the Lost Empire. When did that come out? Came out in 2001. Came out in 2001. It didn't do well financially, I don't think. Atlantis, the Lost Empire box office. Don't mind me. It's fine. exploring, okay? I'm just exploring. It had a budget of 120 million and it made 186 million worldwide, which in the movie industry, when you're accounting for like true budget, generally you have to double the budget to account for marketing. So 120 million is probably closer to 240 million. So I would say with a global box office of 186 million, I think, yeah, Atlantis lost money at the movies. So why did knockoff Rat Atlantis? So many questions. How much did it Legend of the Titanic 2 made? Let's find out. Actually, no, that's a good point. That's a good point. That is a good point. Let's have a look. Tentacolino, that's the name of Tentacolino. Well, first of all, it went straight to VHS, so I don't think how much money did the movie Tentacolino make? No, not Tarantino Showdown. Stupid Google. Tentacolino with an O. This is riveting. I apologize. Tentacolino. It had a budget of 4 million euro. It had a budget of 4 million euro. Probably wasn't advertised, so I'll just take the budget at face value. Let's chuck on another maybe $500,000 for maybe advertising on TV or something somewhere. So we'll call it 4.5 million. No idea. It came out on Home Movie. It's rated 1 star by almost 2,000 people on IMDb. Oh god. So wait, no, what? No, this is a different movie. In Search of the Titanic, 2004. What? Wait. It was localized to English. It was localized to English. It's not Tentacolino in English. It's In Search of the Titanic. This is this is so good. This is the synopsis. This is the quick synopsis on IMDb. A group of friends find themselves inside a bathysphere and awake in Atlantis. God. With the help of the King of Atlantis, they do their best to recover the Titanic. What is this? It's crazy. It's wild. Like first review. Who is this film for? It's all I need to see. It's all I need to see. So in terms of income, no clue. In terms of income, no clue. Absolutely no clue. There's absolutely no way of tracking it. But probably like at least $20. It probably made at least $20. I'll put that down as the baseline expectation. Sorry, that was a that was a complete tangent. In my defense, I thoroughly enjoyed the entire thing, and I don't regret it even for a second. I would do it again too. Not sure if that makes up much of a defense, but I don't care. How are we doing? How are we doing? Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Hi, it's Mahali. I've just started my stream. Welcome. I'm doing art now. I hope everybody's having a good day and not thinking about cursed children's television movies. It was a great rabbit hole. It was phenomenal, wasn't it? Wasn't it just? You've now got that piece of trivia. You can pull that out at like any party. Did you know that they made a children's animated movie about the sinking of the Titanic, the tragedy of the Titanic, the tragic sinking of the Titanic? Not only that, they also produced a sequel for it set in Atlantis. It's so good. Sorry, I'm hung up on it. I can't help it. I'm hung up. It's too weird. It's too weird. I can't. What? I'm gonna go to sleep tonight thinking about this. Whose idea was it? Love ridiculous stuff like that. It's just amazing lost media that someone remembers fondly. That's the thing, right? It's probably somebody's childhood. I want to meet that person, actually. I grew up watching The Legend of the Titanic every day. Grew up every day watching it. My parents left me in front of the television. I could recite the movie word for word. This is the bit where the Titanic sinks and all the animated characters start to panic. Help me, Tom Ogilvy, or whatever that name of that rat was. Yeah. No, for days I will think about this. You turned in your quest? Nice. Nice. Congratulations on getting it done. Actually, I need to spitball some ideas with you guys if you'll allow me to. With the tavern getting busier and busier, I'm finding that it's making less and less sense to jump into the Discord and look at everything as it's posted. But it doesn't feel right to not check out the quest submissions. Does that feel fair? Does that feel fair to rain check on checking artwork until like after stream, and then I can delve into everything? But then with the quests specifically, because it's like it's basically an achievement system, right? So does it feel fair to set that as like as the rule? Like, I'm not gonna check out people's artwork actively during the stream, but if you submit a quest, I'll check out the quest. Does that make sense? Can you beg to adjust the time of Hearthside earlier so you can join? I could try. How much earlier? I could move it back to like maybe 5 instead of 6. I could move it back and out, because the thing that I run the risk of is if I move it to like 4 or 3, then we bump into people in the Americas being asleep and people in Europe also not being awake yet. 5, I think I could manage. 5, I think I could manage. Taking care of beans was a full-time job. Oh, no stress, no stress. That feels fair. Okay. Rate your day on a scale of 1 to 20. Oh, solid pit number. Solid pit number. Sorry to hear that your day is a 4 at the moment, Blood. Hope it improves. You got time. It's only at the start of the day. Yeah, what am I talking about? It's literally the start of the day for you. You got time. It was just having to describe it to you, play by play. Oh god, yep. The retelling. Oh god, it'll be a game of telephone. It'll be a game of telephone. Like, hey, so Bahali, what happened in the movie? Well, if I can remember correctly, this happened. And then, oh, if we're gonna do that, then Fire, it is your moral obligation to then retell it to somebody else who has absolutely no idea what it is. We need to see it's like have you guys seen those videos on YouTube where it's like I traced SpongeBob a million times and this is what I ended up with at the end of the day? It's going to be like that, but with film descriptions of obscure foreign films that came out in the early 2000s. No pit for you. Anyone want to trade? I don't think I ended up in the pit today. No, I didn't. I got an 8. Make sure I take good notes. Oh god. I think I'll just be stun locked for the entire thing. I don't think I'll be capable of taking. I'll do what I can. It might have to be off pure recollection because I think I'm just gonna be sat there slack-jawed for the entire experience. I feel as though there are a few movies of this type that we could watch because there was the Legend of Pinocchio, Pinocchio Untold, something. The one that was voiced by Pauly Shore. That would be an experience. That would be an experience that I would absolutely be up for. Hey, I'm Pinocchio. I'm a little wooden boy. It's been an hour already? What have I spent all my time doing? I know exactly what I've spent all my time doing. Now that we've established that Mahali-sicles are only looking at quests during tavern hours, may ask to look at yours. Of course. Sorry, complete brain blitz. Let's have a look. Local creature detail rare. Ah, this one. Yeah, I remember. Species, the rustling crab found by the pit Cat-tail boss. Ah, of course, yeah, the cartel, the cat-tail. Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. Common river crab monster, docile until approached. Attacks with claws and bubble magic. Health 35 to 75. Thank you for giving me the health range. Mana? Mana. 20 to... Sorry, it's me. I'm terrible with reading handwriting. Notes, boiling it with the moss on its back provides a garlicky umami flavor. Ooh. Very nice. Very, 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 very nice. I would be absolutely terrified if approached by this, I feel. I would be absolutely terrified by this, I think. Very much so, I simulate little experiments in my head. Like, if this thing entered my bedroom door while I'm attempting to sleep, would I be terrified? It absolutely passes the test. I would be scared out of my socks. Gathering the greatest lore that has ever existed. That's one. Yeah, true. What are we looking at? Shampoo just completed an art quest. So. Wait, Oh, why? Did somebody redeem the quest? Why is there a quest and why has it been redeemed? Hello? Quest. Fields absolutely redeemed the quest. Frick. I need to check with him next time he pops in. I was so confused because I saw the dagger. Regardless, it's a crab with a moss-covered rock. To be honest, if a crab walked into your room, you'd be scared. I'd be less scared. I think it was the eyeball specifically, the eye stalk specifically. But it's been an hour. It's been an hour and almost 10 minutes. I should get up. I should stretch my legs. I should take a break. I recommend that you do the same for the next few minutes while there are ads running anyway. If you've been sat down for the past hour, I recommend getting up and moving around for a little bit. I'll see you soon. Okay? BRB. Hi, Noel. How you doing? Ooh, an 11 is not bad. I'd take an 11. I'd take an 11. I unfortunately got an 8. I don't get a... Oh, God, no. Tiny, no. Oh, I was just going to say, I got an 8. That's the worst. Apologies. Foot in my mouth. More pit time? Yeah, more pit time. How you doing, bud? How's your day been? Check out your post in the art channel. Liking it so far. I guess your only question would be, how would I add texture? Yeah, no. I'll give it a look. I'll give it a look after stream. We've just been talking, Kat, about I'm probably gonna have to put in I'm probably gonna have to start not looking at the Discord unless it's quests specifically or somebody raiding in, just because it's getting a little bit busy. It's getting a little bit busy. That's all good. No. I will have a look at it. It'll just have to be after stream, I think. Just because I've noticed that it's getting to a point that almost a third of the stream is me having a look at Discord, which is fine. It's just I can imagine it getting even more moving forward. If it's already at a third from now, it'll eventually get to like half. 2/3 of the stream is me checking out Discord, which isn't my intention. Not my intention. Hi-oh. How you doing? Figured never asked her. Yeah, of course. It'll probably be good. I'll give it a look after. Hi Noctua, how you doing, bud? I know that I said last stream that I hope you explode when you went skiing, but I didn't think you'd actually get injured. That's my bad. That's my bad. I'm sorry. I hope you're doing okay. I'm still hurty, not too bad. Yeah, good. Good that it's not too bad. Why am I in foliage? When did that happen? Oh God, it's so much of it as well. Frick. That's okay. Easy fix. I can grab all of this. I can grab all of this. I can cut it out of foliage and I can paste it into the Tavern. Merge selected layers. There we go. Boom. Used a cantrip on Notch. I know. A cantrip just called Curse, apparently. Are you resting up at the very least? Please tell me you're not skiing with an injured arm. Of course it doesn't look right because the lines initially aren't right. I hate lines. I hate lines. I hate lines. I hate lines. Stop making me draw lines, Tavern. I just want to draw vibe shapes. Is that so much to ask? Not skiing today? Tomorrow though? Okay, as long as you're feeling better. Pushing with it and carrying heavy stuff is tricky, but you can otherwise use it decently. Yeah, okay. I trust that you'll be sensible. I'll trust that you'll be sensible. So if you feel like you can't cope with whatever you're attempting, you'll back out. Although I say all of that, not true. You're very sensible when you're giving me advice, but as soon as it's advice for yourself, the sensibility of it sometimes drops off a cliff. Keyword sometimes. Advice for thee, but not for me. Yeah, we're all a little bit guilty of it. We're all a little bit guilty of it. Yeah, it'd be difficult to find somebody who doesn't do that, to be honest. Look, you have your brother to look after you. He immediately started acting as a mother hen yesterday after laughing at you fail. Good. Okay. I will trust in your company's judgment then. As well as your own, but as like a secondary point of reference. That's how you are too. People will tell you stuff and you're like, go to the ER, you crazy person, but you won't go to the ER unless your body is shattered and you're a human blob. Yeah. The amount of times where I've said like, don't push yourself, like pace yourself, don't like burn yourself out in the process, and then cuts to me running at 1,000,000 miles an hour intentionally, just like going as hard as I possibly can. I get it. You didn't break a leg. You didn't break a leg. True. It wasn't to that degree of irony. At least we have got that going for us. At least, yeah. At least we've got that going for us. When you injure yourself and you start aggressively rolling your eyes at the irony. Of course I injured my leg. Of course I did. It hurts a lot, but like, of course. Which also means that you can ski just fine. Does it? Because you still require arms. They tell you should go to the ER every time you fall, but that's a lot of gas money. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I suppose. Hi, Katsa. How you doing? It's difficult in really specific scenarios where, as you've said, like prone to injury because of circumstance, but also it's incredibly expensive. Yeah, no, it doesn't help. What layer are you? Foliage? Why? When did it happen? When did that transfer happen? often ski while holding your hands behind your back, just for funsies anyway, like for real. Yeah, but like, what if you have to use your hands? Grumble, grumble, grumble. Hello. Nothing new apparently. Not even with the dice. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Then you have your other arm. Yeah, I guess. No, that's true. Plus, also something to consider is that like it is a holiday and it's something that doesn't happen often. And the idea of like playing it really careful when, yeah, no, I get what you mean. I get it. Just as long as you are careful. What would you use your hands for while skiing, other than like taking off your boots at the end? Well, you've got the spears. You've got the spears that you use as part of the skiing process. Generally speaking, it's just to build up speed and traverse, and incredibly generally speaking, they're more used in like cross-country skiing than they are in leisurely downhill skiing. But still, that can be used for redirecting yourself, and they can also assist with stopping, I believe. Enjoy your luck, Katja. If it was worse, then you wouldn't. Yeah. Okay. I'm just stressing, okay? Don't mind me. Need your hands to eat hot dogs? True. You need hands to eat chili dogs. Sonic is the best teacher. The sticks are used for balance. That too. Still use those. Stopped using them while skiing many years ago. Oh. So you're saying they're for nerds. Is that what I'm hearing, Noel? Is that the sticks are for nerds? Am I hearing that correctly? I don't want to misquote you. Don't use the sticks to stop unless you're going at 1 kilometer. You could be moving at 1 kilometer an hour. No, you're a nerd. You can ski without them just fine. Yeah, okay. Me. You use them to stop when you're in the queue for the ski lifts, but not outside of that. Fine, okay? It's fine. You don't use your hands then. Do what you want. I'm in foliage again. Did I just do it twice? I frickin' did it twice. Hate it. I hate layers. I hate layers. Why are layers a thing? Don't mind me. Don't mind me. You also need hands for sushi. True. Yeah, Nocturne, what are you going to do when you're skiing and you really need sushi? What are you going to... What are you going to do then? them as a kid, but quickly realized they added very little in terms of convenience for you. That's fair. In the same way that, yeah, no, I get that. In the same way that when I am rip-sticking, God, it's a terrible verb. When I'm rip-sticking, I deemed that a helmet would make me look incredibly uncool. So I got rid of that for convenience sake. No layers in traditional art, embrace foliage. Well, here's the thing, is I know that I'll need to go back through and adjust things afterwards, and I'm actively shooting myself in the foot by making the layers messy. Plus, it's just good practice. I mean, foliage again is such a funny line. I'm back to the frickin' building again. I mean, yeah, no, it does. It does ring very similarly to me getting lost using my GPS. I won't deny. It's not like it any less frustrating though. You can use both hands just fine to eat right now. That doesn't affect where it hurts. Well, you've got all of the solutions, don't you? I'll consider myself put into checkmate. Next, you're going to tell me that you know how to eat food with your face. Just like you can play on the Switch right now. Ah, that's good. I like the idea of going to a skiing location and then playing a ski game on the Nintendo Switch by Nintendo. Available at hardware stores next to you. Hardware stores? Tech stores? I don't know. But buy a hammer, buy a Nintendo Switch. Your choice. Trying a hand at this landscape some kid named Mahali raves about. Hey, it's pretty fun. Hi. Wait. First try. Aliona? Apologies if I've absolutely butchered that. But hi, welcome in. How you doing? Please tell me if I've spoken it correctly. Bingo. Elia. Hell yeah. Aliona. How you doing? How's your day been? Hardware stores for all the technology needs. Don't rub it in my face. I'm a wreck. Ever since I found out that they made a children's movie about the Titanic, I don't... Morning, Grain. How you doing? The dice has been nice to you. It has. It's been mean to me lately. Doing good. Glad to hear it. We are working in New York. We're working on a tavern landscape today. I've been working on it for a little bit now, but it's coming together. Is today a better day for the scribble routine? Yeah. If you've got a scribble that you'd like me to do. They did what? They made a children's movie on the Titanic. They did. No, they did. Correction, Grain. They made 2 children's animated movies about the Titanic. The first one was about the sinking of the Titanic. The second one was apparently the same characters going to Atlantis to ask for them to help them retrieve the Titanic. I wish I could make it up. I wish I was that creative. I wish I could. You wish you could make a whole clip of the tangent needs to be preserved. Why? That was my question. Sorry, I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I'm just passionate. Wish Titanic finished the same way as the intro to Ghost Ship. The intro to Ghost. What is Ghost Ship? Okay. 5-minute scribble. Noelle, what would you like me to scribble? Draw me like one of your French girls, Jack. Is not very child friendly. Not even to mention. So it didn't have those characters. It was based off of the events of the Titanic, right? But it did have this, like, the brutal sinking of the ship. Mahali dueling a compliment. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Mahali dueling a compliment. Yeah, okay. 5 minutes on the clock. Ghost Ship made you scared of Sean Paul's Get Busy? I'm not familiar with the song. I'm sure I'd be terrified as well. Traumatized by the event being a thing, actually. Thinking, well, that's the thing, right? It's how would you make the sinking of the Titanic child-friendly? I don't understand. There's a movie which basically is known only for the first scene where a steel rope snaps and basically beheads everyone but one kid. Wait, what? I think you watched Titanic at a rather young age. That would be why. Okay. Mahali dueling a compliment. Let's give us a starting chroma. What outfit should I be in? I'll make it a green outfit. Why not? Doing trees at the moment. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Didn't spend too much time on the outfit, given that it's difficult to oh god, with the brown pants it makes me look like a tree. It's fine. It's fine. I'm a tree duelist. That's just how it is. No, don't. That loud. And I need to give myself a cape. I feel as though it's only appropriate. All of the cool dueling scenes, they always have capes. I'm not gonna deny myself the opportunity to cape up. And I'll have it billowing. Off to the side, because I'm not to like toot my own horn, but I'm actually very cool. I'm a very cool dude. What can I say? So I'm sure that I would have a very billowy cape in this sort of dueling environment. No, not nerd. Cool. Name one thing about me that's a nerd. Ignore the theming of the stream. Ignore the theming of the stream. That's cheating. That doesn't count. This is my special place. Just one. Yeah, just one. No, just one. Keep it to one. I don't think my feelings could take it. My face? How valid, but still mean-spirited. Pokemon? Pokemon's not nerdy. Pokemon is... No. Average Joes make Zelda tier lists. I won't stand for this slander. Zelda tier lists are incredibly mainstream. No. I'm being mocked. Help. I'm being bullied. But like in a jock way. Help. I'm being bullied. I require assistance from other incredibly not nerdy people. Help. No, don't shove me into a locker. That's cheating. You know that I can't escape. My little feeble arms can't break out. Two letters. CD. Well, no, just because I'm passionate about our ability to access I'm not getting into it. That doesn't make me a nerd. That makes me a normal human being. Why did this turn into a rage drawing? Do you ignore the Mario blush? How dare you? That's not nerdy. That's downright adorable. Take the bet says that art or an artist is inherently nerdy or fine. I did say one thing and you guys listed off a million, but it's whatever. Who cares? A little signature down the bottom. This is me attempting to duel a compliment. There you go. Scribble completes. I'll post it in the Discord. Boom. Oh, Kat, I saw the piece that you were talking about. I reacted to the piece that you were talking about. In terms of the textures, I'll have a look at it. I'll have a look at it after stream. You can post it to the art critique channel, and people could sit there like explaining things, if that helps. It came out very well. Thank you. I mean, I'm pretty impressed with the fact that I managed to get it done in time, whilst also repelling all of the mean-spirited insults. How dare you? You did some progress with the boxes yesterday. You did. 200 is insane. It's all out of love. You know. I know. I'm jesting. I don't mind it. I know I'm a nerd. Really? Do you honestly think that I don't know that I'm a nerd? Let's face the facts for just like a second. I stream full time in an art tavern based on D&D, built around the concept of fantasy artwork. I'm a nerd. I know this in my very core. You're at 300, you think? Oh, damn. It's a lot. It's impressive. Good job. Remember though, pace yourself. If you're feeling that you're at your limit, don't push beyond it. Comes into the tavern with a Harley in your face. I'm a nerd. I'm on a journey of self-discovery, Dust. I'm discovering this about myself. Ooh. we've had a quite the spicy mixture of rolls today. When you got bored with boxes themselves, you started drawing a stack of cardboard boxes and rendering them. Hey, yeah, good. A bit of variety. Good. They used to degrade you for being a nerd. Now you feel happier for being a nerd. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel. I'm very comfortable in my nerd skin. You want to be in the pit? Absolutely with a 3. Since you know you at least have some stuff that you enjoy doing and that you enjoy learning about. Yeah, of course. And it feels like the world is just more interesting because of the nerd hobbies, you know? I can imagine not to talk down to people who aren't nerds, but like I could imagine the world being really boring without it, you know? And like the term nerd is kind of dumb in the sense that everybody's kind of a nerd at the end of the day. Like you have sports nerds, you have maths nerds, you have science nerds, you have social nerds. Social nerds who will be like, I'm a nerd about like all of the current television shows and I talk about them with my big group of friends that we like go to the like I don't think I can reframe that one. No, those people aren't nerds, but like being passionate about hobbies and stuff I don't think is unique to nerddom. What the heck is with these dice? I know. Been a while since you got a good roll. Feels like, yeah, it's been a little bit. It feels like it's been a while since I've had a decent roll. I think the best roll I've had recently is an 11. Your brain is actually working better than most of those people's brains. Without the books and games and arts and things to like. It adds a little bit more color to life. Yeah, no, I agree. Everyone should have a good hobby. Agreed. That's my perspective on it anyway. The world would feel empty. Yeah, just like a little bit flavorless. But that's coming from my perspective. I'm sure they feel about it differently. Strongly believe people who are into sports are bigger nerds than true nerd culture. Exactly. Like you'll have sports enthusiasts who will commit to memory like how many footballs like a particular player caught during the season as compared to their teammates, and then would then rank them on a scale of their efficiency. Bunch of nerds, a lot of them. Looking at awesome clothing designs and not being able to effectively put it into your character without it being too much detail to draw multiple times. Yeah. Especially in animation. I'm going to keep repeating it so I can commit it to memory. Aliona. Especially in animation, I couldn't, at least, I'm speaking for myself, I couldn't commit to more complicated character designs because I knew that I'd have to keep redrawing them frame by frame. So you almost have to cherry pick elements that are almost like hero items, where you're like, I want this character to have an amulet. I want their amulet to be like the thing that stands out about them. I can't really afford to add like multiple belts and like cufflinks and pocket chains and a bunch of other things, because then it just becomes too much to redraw every single time. So you kind of need to pick and choose what kind of detailing you go with. Or you could just be crazy and be like, I'm going to commit to full detail and I'm going to redraw it every time. I've gone through that. I've gone through that too. Aliona. Sorry, I'll fall over it if I don't repeat it. As soon as I've got it down, it'll flow. And then you drop the measurements of your favorite football player off the top of your head. Yeah, exactly. Like And also I am gay. Yeah, no, it's silly. One, to use gay as an insult, but two, to consider somebody lesser for having a hobby. Whispering in, sorry. I'm not trying to put a curse on you or anything. It's just trying to commit it to memory. Learn not to care what people think you believe in, honestly. For all the years they've treated you like a lowly person because you're going everywhere with a book in your hands. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is as long as you're happy, you know, that's the most important thing. As long as you're not doing crimes. If you're really happy and you're doing crimes, it's probably a problem at that point in time. Maybe having a run-in with the law at some point. But as long as you're happy, you know. I mean, to be fair, you are gay, so it wasn't inaccurate in his judgment. Yeah, well, I get you. Don't throw a ton of details at your D&D characters, because you know you're going to draw them several times. And then comics, of course, yeah. You might try to do some animations. They're really fun. They're really fun. In my humble, of course, I say that because I enjoy animating, but it's fun. I recommend it. You don't have to go full blown into it either. You can just you can give walking a walking cycle a go, or just start with just like bouncing a ball. The classic. You start with a let's pick a color that makes sense. You start with a circle, and then it goes down towards the ground, and then squishes, and then it lingers on the ground for a second, and then it exhibits its elastic property by like springing up quickly and then becoming a ball again. That animation cycle is really satisfying to do. You don't necessarily need it to go like that either. You could just have it bounce vertically and just have it loop. That can be satisfying too. You love doing crimes. No, don't do crimes. Don't. Not Mr. Epstein. You loved your books as well. Hey, don't shoot me just because I like my books. It ain't a crime. Unless you'd be happy because you're doing... Yeah, exactly. I'm so happy. I stole like $1 bajillion. It's like, well, oh God, no, that's like super mega crimes. Don't do that. Game released today, but you got to lock in and do art. Ooh. Yeah, similar deal for me, Shampoo. Overwatch just received a massive update yesterday. But I've got no time to play it. Starts with one thing. Don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind, Perpetuum. All I know. God, it's always time for Linkin Park. Always have time for Linkin Park. Others though. Think serials are nerds about human bodies, as in like serial killers. I mean, I guess I think to be honest, serial killers are more nerds about killing people specifically. I think that's why they do it. I think that's the bit of the hobby that they enjoy the most. Because I don't think serial killers are going around just because they're curious maxing, you know. Love that term, by the way, Fields. Thank you for introducing it to me. The idea of curious maxing to the point where you're killing other people, I think, is a very funny thought. Terrible, obviously. But also like, oh, I wonder what's in here. Oh, it's a heart. Oh, that's, oh, whoa. I don't think that's how they go about it. Scarlet Hollow episode 5 releases tomorrow. Nice. How many episodes left then? Or do we not know until people have played? I'm secretly hoping it's the final episode, not because I want to play less of the game, but because I want to know that there's a conclusion to the game before I get started. 2 more? Okay. We're close. Horrified by 90% of your plot points, your story is because he doesn't understand that trauma builds character. Some of the most interesting D&D characters are the ones that start with like A giant monster attacked my home village, burnt it down, howled at the moon, scratched my face, and then ran off into the night, and now I'm severely traumatized. And also a werewolf? All of that is the title to the story, by the way, including the question mark. The last 2 episodes should be out much faster. Episode 5 was just a chunky boy. Ah, yeah. One of the bottlenecks. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Mahali just spitting new anime titles. Yeah, true. A monster attacked my village, scarred my face, left me traumatized, but now I'm a werewolf? It's also an isekai. Yeah. Of course. Wait, what are you? Foliage! Sorry, I'm going to keep having little revelations as to where foliage has been incorporated into my layer. Question mark? Exactly. They're my favorite titles. Here's the thing. I won't watch them. I won't watch or read them. But like, for example, there was one that made me stop the other day. It was like, My Life in Another World is a Vending Machine. Honest to God, an actual isekai title, by the way. It honestly made me stop and laugh for like a good 5 minutes. Thank you for the follow, Aliona. We're getting there. We're getting the flow's happening. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the tavern. I hope you enjoy your stay. That story is gas? I mean, I guess. I'm sure it is. There'd be some meminess to it as well. Like, I'm somebody who grew up on what was it? Bobo, I think, was an anime like spoof back in 2010 or something. I'm not against funny show. Gas. Yeah, with multiple S's. Love, bye. I'm so happy that you spaced it out in the way that it's appropriately done. That makes me so, I don't know why, but that makes me so happy. It's so good. Nose hairs of fury. Speaking of nothing, you should go be productive. Have a nice rest of the stream. Thank you, Dust. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit, bud. Enjoy your day. Try. You would very much have fun if you get a call about getting a job interview today. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, universe. You got this. You got this. I'm manifesting it as we speak. Hardest part about dungeons is when the dungeon hired a tiler and there are no floor tiles, which one should be broken, which what shampoo, you're gonna have to break that down. You're gonna have to break down that you've lost me. You've lost me. I've tried my hardest. I tried my hardest to read and comprehension it. The dungeon has tiles, but some tiles are broken. Which ones do you draw broken? Right, okay. It depends. That it's a cop-out answer, but it's true. It depends on what kind of state of disrepair you want the dungeon to be. If you want it to be a squeaky clean new dungeon, which you don't, if you wanted it to be a squeaky clean new dungeon, you don't break any tiles, obviously. If you want it to be a ruinous dungeon, one that's been there for thousands of years and finally been unearthed and it's filled with ruins, then you almost want to break like 60% of them, have some of them like buried under dirt. Yeah, like cracks through a bunch of them, that sort of thing. If you want it somewhere in between, like you want it to be just like a regular dungeon, I would break, I don't know, 1 in every 5 tiles. Just push a troll into the dungeon. Yeah. That'll simulate it wonderfully. Wonderfully. Wunderbar. Want it to be this stupid dungeon spawned a dragon with long nails on your brand new 300 platinum floors. Oh. Well, then you would figure out where the dragon went through and then break tiles accordingly. Can platinum be cracked though? I'd imagine that it could be, yeah. I believe it's more... I don't think it's platinum floors. I believe it cost platinum in order to install the floors, if I read that correctly. Paid in platinum, yeah, there you go. There we go. See, next time just use platinum, won't have cracks. It'll cost its weight in platinum though. Because it weighs as much as it is platinum. In your fictional art, you paid Mahali's national budget for that. Oh, no. You did, yeah. I do appreciate that you said Mahali's national budget as opposed to Australia's national budget. That makes me sound way more important. way more important. Pardon me. Thinking marble, but its card art will be covered by text, so ceramic. I guess either could work. You're gonna hop on Minecraft and build a background? Ooh, as a reference? That's really cool. I've heard of people drawing references to then help facilitate their Minecraft builds. I've never thought to do it the other way around. That's actually genius. That's genius, because then it gives you the three-dimensional values. No, that's awesome. Very clever. Very clever. You draw your house first? Yeah, see, like I've heard of that before. Not vice versa. Is a great 3D space to draw perspective and background. Yeah, right? Any Procreate users here? I use Clip Studio. Perhaps somebody else in the chat uses Procreate? To nap or not to nap? Will it affect your sleep? If it will, then I recommend holding off. If it won't, then nap away. Kind of like the idea of making a porcelain dungeon. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. With like the porcelain teapot-esque like illustrative ink work and stuff. That'd be really, really cool. But yeah, Minecraft is a great 3D space to get perspective and stuff. I don't disagree. No, that is really cool. That is a really cool concept. It seems more straightforward than building it in like a Blender or something, because Blender you have to figure out how Blender works. Whereas Minecraft is a bit more intuitive. It's wicked smart. Sleep aids in healing. It does, but you don't want to go for like a 1 hour nap and then not be able to sleep for 5 hours, you know, because then it's counterproductive. Maybe, but it might be early enough in the day. Okay. Okay. At the end of the day, only you can make the final call. My recommendation is that you don't, but that's because I am terrified of my sleep being awful. How do you spell it? Labyrinth. That's it. It might be Labyrintھ, I think. Imagine a maze where walls, floor, and ceilings is all porcelain, and gravity randomly changes every once in a while. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Any sort of spin on the traditional labyrinth or dungeon, I think, is very fun. Hey, you know, at the end of the day, it's nice. Literally, Billy said that to me yesterday. Billy, I swear to you, I'm not lying. Billy told me that one literally yesterday, just after stream. It's very funny. It is very funny. Hey, kid, you know, at the end of the day, it's night. Yes, it is. Thanks, man. You really want a pet termite? Do you though? I feel like owning a pet termite would be similar to having like sea monkeys or something. Well, you can technically see them, but like, what's the point? Clint eats wood. Yeah, okay, no, worth it. Worth it, don't care. Get the sea monkey. Keep your pet termite at the tavern for safekeeping. Trust me. No, absolutely not. Do not curse me with that. You bent your forearm on your hot glue gun like 2 hours ago and it still stings. Burnt. Ooh. Do you have any? Did you run it under cold water? That's the first thing to do if you burn yourself, is run it under cold water for a few minutes. I then recommend ice. And if you've got any aloe vera, yeah, we're good. You're on the ball. If you've got any aloe vera, highly recommend that for the healing process. Thinking it's a perfect place to keep your termite, especially in the walls. Never misplace it. You'll never misplace it. You'll know exactly where it is. It's in all the walls of the tavern. They have free-range pets sitting at the tavern. Once again, you're an expert. Put fish skin on it. Fish skin for a burn. Now that I don't know about. Might have to look that one up because I don't know. Tilapia is used on 2nd and 3rd degree burn victims to restore their skin. Oh, but surely that wouldn't be like any fish skin, right? Heard the only way to deal with burns like this is to amputate. Absolutely not. You got a paper cut? Sorry to say, kid, gotta lose the arm. That'll teach you for engaging with paper irresponsibly. It's your drawing hand. It's tough. At least he taught you how to stitch yourself up, because you're not going to stitch you up. Had half a bottle of whiskey. Oh no. Got to lock in and become ambidextrous. Oh dear. Yeah, no, I learned to draw with both hands just in case I lose the arm, you know. Lost your hand in a knife accident. Sorry, we'll have to amputate it. Yeah, exactly. Just to be safe. You learn to do foot art, just in case you lose both. Good call. Future proof. Or just learn to use toes. They're just stubby fingers. I mean, I guess. I can pick things up with my toes. I'm sure I could draw with them. Having a surgeon father, learned how to stitch people up and use needles before you knew how to multiply numbers correctly. Oh, hardcore. Charge extra because drawn with feet plus $200 for drawing with feet. Is that appealing to people? Is that a premium? Like, oh, this is a wonderful portrait. Plus, also, it was drawn with feet. Worth every penny. Might explain your interest in body horror. because while he was doing his PhD, he'd bring you videos from surgeries. Oh, that would be brutal. That would be brutal as a child, I think. But hey, it speaks to desensitization. There are feet notes out there. I don't doubt. It's just, it is like, if you were to charge extra because you drew something with your feet, that I'm taking notes so that when I draw stuff with my feet, I know what's appropriate to charge for it. Should I put a premium on the price because of my foot execution? What am I saying? Might have to video it though. Yeah, no, there I can see the draw at that point. Break. Oh, yep. Thank you for the reminder. Depends on which foot you use. I'm a right foot preference, not a left foot. Do it again. I'm going to step away for a couple of minutes. I'm going to give myself a bit of a break, take some deep breaths and all that jazz. I'll be back soon. If you haven't gotten up for the past hour and you have it available as an option, I would recommend getting up and moving around a little bit. You'll feel better. I promise. I'll see you soon. BRB. Yeah, I'm doing well, Wicked. Thank you for asking. If you're back from ads, if you can hear me. welcome back. I started quite late today. So I'll probably only go for another hour where I usually stream for 4. Apologies. I've been a little bit off my game when starting streams at the correct time lately. Boo. 6 months. It's been 6 months already to support Mahalathan's journey to draw with fit. Thank you. Thank you. I'll need all the help I can get. I'm appreciating that my name is getting more and more butchered. Thank you. Thank you for the sub. Not getting butchered, it's becoming regal. Yeah, so that is a way of looking at it. No, that's true. It's becoming more esteemed. Yeah, no, I can see that. What layer are you? Foliage. How many times? Is there any other? No, don't facepalm. I thought I'd gotten all of it. I guess it's on me for being surprised every time. Of course it's foliage. Of course it's foliage every single time. But still. Regent Mahalathan. Yeah. Can we get a foliage counter? Oh god. What would we be up to already? Hi Squid, how you doing? 87, good lord. With the 3 it becomes a 90. Something wrong with this dice? It's fine. It's only a little bit cursed. Only a smidge. We had 5-3. Yeah, but like, I don't know. We've had times where we've gotten like 5 natural 20s. It happens. Time for you to head off to bed, even though you don't want to. You should, okay. You should. If it's the appropriate bedtime, then enjoy sleep. Rest well. We'll chat soon. Oh, Kat, before you go, as I was saying before, if you'd missed it, if you post the image that you want feedback on in the art critique channel, people can give you feedback in the ways that you want. He said it was appropriate. I mean, it's probably the fact that you said that you should makes me think that it's perhaps a good time to go to bed. Even if it's already late, it's better to head to bed late than it is to not. See, Katja, we could roll to 14. Point proven. Not cursed. Just a a little lopsided today. Just a little bit lopsided today. It's okay. "14, like the number of toes you have." Mahali roll. I rolled an 8. I rolled an 8 at the start of the stream. I never roll twice if I can help it. I never roll twice if I can help it. Oh god, no, that one's the foliage layer again. Good. I'm glad. I said it quietly so people didn't pick up on the fact that it was the foliage layer again. It's 3:50 a.m. Streaming the very, very early morning for you. Yeah. Wait, you're not staying up to watch me, are you? Don't do that. Don't do that. You need sleep. You need sleep. Sleep's important. Sleep's very, 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 very important. Pulling a Bob Ross, happy mistakes. These aren't happy mistakes. These are wrathful mistakes. Hatred-filled mistakes to the brim. But yeah, no, Kat, I very much so appreciate your company, and it's lovely chatting with you, but sleep is very, very, very important. Try to get as much as you can if you can. I have a crazy experience yesterday. You were explaining to your husband the difference between geometric/organic and the mixture of shapes. Drew three mushrooms offhandedly while talking to them, and they turned out so perfectly mushroomy. Well, I'm not going to say I told you so, Katja, but you are working on it. You are working on your geometric shapes at the moment. Yeah, they work. Watching your show, stayed up late, saw that it was on, and since you weren't tired, decided to stop in for... Okay. As long as I'm not making you late for bed. As long as I'm not keeping you up. I'd hate to get in the way of you getting a good night's sleep. Organic can be oddly geometric too. Yeah, because what you can do is you can provide yourself with a volume, right? And then fill it organically. So providing the volume has given you the perspective on the object. So then if you're drawing a mushroom, I'm just going to very loosely just amalgamate a mushroom. As soon as you've plonked it in the box, you kind of know what angle you're looking at the mushroom from and stuff. Boxes help. Boxes help with drawing everything. Boxes help with drawing everything because it gives you a point of reference. Yeah. Was also thinking fractal shapes. Oh yeah. In terms of dodecahedrons and stuff. Polyhedrons are fantastic at that for the same reason. They help to kind of sculpt in a wonkier form. Elena's a gamer. Once you're done, check the video in the gaming server. She tracks training bots as Jetpack Cat and kills them off really well with your sensitivity. Ooh. Your plan is going according to plan. That's very funny. That's very, very, very funny. It's all the time in Minecraft. What can I say? All according to Keikaku. Yeah, exactly. My schemes have come to fruition. The heirs that I've invested. Yeah. All according to Kenku. Kenku being the mimic bird from D&D. You know how long you have left? And to let my partner in crime know, do I plan on going the full hours? Full 4 hours? No, because I started an hour late. I'm probably only going to stream for 3 hours today. Unless you want the extra time, in which case I'll happily stream the 4 hours. It's up to you. We'll see if you get a response from them. I believe they are napping currently, so it is unlikely that you will get a response. I will have to wake them up for Dagger Heart, I believe. Of course it's foliage. Of course foliage. Of course. Why not? Watching an anime in 6 pieces on YouTube in 360p. You are a true fan. Because that's how that works, right? The more that you suffer in the enjoyment of a hobby, the more authentic your enjoyment of the hobby is, right? That's how that works. It's what I've been led to believe. Leave it to my discretion then. Let me know. Let me know how much time would you like to have. If you want extra time, I'll go for 4 hours. If you want the full time, then I'll go for 3. You were there in the early anime trances in Poland with barely any access to proper manga and anime, so it had to be creative. Hey, you want any Naruto, any Bleach, any Neon Genesis Evangelion? I got everything. have enough to last for the main battle, and then can vibe the rest of the session based on how we go. If I go for the full 4 hours, that'll what? Be an hour and a half from now? Which will put us at 9:30 start? No, that'd be too late. That'd be too late. I'll go for 3 hours. So another half hour. I think it's too bad. About the arm? Yeah. Hop. But for anime, you think you like the original Fullmetal Alchemist best and Cowboy Bebop? That's fair. Anime would be difficult for me, I think. I don't think there's an anime that I really like. That sounds so brutal. That sounds so brutal. I'm mostly a manga reader though, is the thing. There are a bunch of anime that I like elements of. Like for example, I really like the premise of Noragami. And I really like the opening soundtrack for Noragami. Really good. But I wouldn't say that it's my favorite. Similarly, like Spice and Wolf, I like the opening for it. I like some of the premise of Spice and Wolf, but it gets a little bit weird. Not my favorite. Just little bits and pieces. Throwing off to the side again for a little bit. Yeah, no, all good. Go. Series probably Bebop, movie Akira. There's so many good ones. Would we count... Do we count Ghibli as... Studio Ghibli as anime? Because then I can very happily respond. But if not, then it becomes complicated. No, yeah, I didn't think so. Some people do. I don't I don't agree with them, but... Ghibli's cartoons, yeah. Ghibli's just animated, agreed. If you did, Howl's Moving Castle is there for you. I think creatively, Howl's Moving Castle is phenomenal. I dislike the story because I think it's nonsense. I know, I'm burning so many bridges in the process. I don't care. It's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. Don't worry about it. I think the fact that it is nonsense. The fact that there's just this war that has absolutely nothing to do with anything, and it's just war is bad. I agree, war is bad, but it's got nothing to do with anything. And then there are just random plot elements, and then he's like, Sophie, I knew all this time, and also I'm in love with you. And it's like, oh God, kill me. That came out of nowhere. Frick this movie. Beautiful movie, immaculately animated. The backgrounds make me want to cry. the story also makes me want to cry, but for the opposite reason. Princess Mononoke. Yeah, Princess Mononoke, good. Spirited Away, also good. Spirited Away also has like elements of nonsense. Specifically, again, like, surprise, I was the river that you were next to when you were a child. Like, it's fine, whatever. Whatever. Beautiful movie. I love it dearly, but also stupid. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like Miyazaki doesn't know what foreshadowing is. Animation was amazing despite the story. Yeah, agreed. Must love poetry. I love some poetry. Hit me with some Edgar Allan Poe. I'm there for it. The Telltale Heart is one of my favorites. It makes sense in Japanese. No, you can't hit me with that, because fundamentally the structure of the story, it's not the words that they're saying, it's the fact that it's freaking brought up from out of nowhere in the third act is the problem. What do you mean, sun on your face? Nobody can have sun. No, it's not the literal interpretation of it that I have an issue with. It's the fact that they spring random things out of their butts in the third act, where they're like, surprise, your uncle was missing this whole time, and I am your uncle. It's like, cool. Am I supposed to feel anything about that? You didn't talk about it before. Quote the Mahali Nevermore. With a Mahali knocking upon your door. Hello, do you want to watch House Moving Castle and get angry at me? Structure makes sense in Japanese. It's not a new style of storytelling. Sure. I prefer that my stories have foreshadowing in them. It is a personal preference of mine. I appreciate when elements are established early on and then come up again towards the end so that there is a satisfying payoff, because I do not find it satisfying when elements just apparate into the third act and go, surprise! Knock, knock, knocking with my feet evermore. Quote Mahali Evermore, correct. Seen Kabuki Theatre, random surprises are normal. Sure. I guess I have an issue with the format then. Again, it's a personal preference thing. If you say that it's an expression of a particular style of storytelling, then I just don't like the style of storytelling. In the same way, I'm playing a game called Warframe at the moment, and I've brought quite a bit of umbrage to the table when it comes to the way that Warframe does all of its storytelling. Warframe enjoys going about storytelling by just bombarding you with a bunch of nonsense. Yes, you can probably pick up on details here and there and string it together, but it hits you with the... How to explain? Warframe tries to do the thing where it goes, you feel more in the universe because we're not explaining anything to you. You just have to pick it all up on context clues. But it isn't immersive. It's just alienating. Pun intended, I guess, Warframe space. So if you've got a character talking to you, like the lumbar system has to be connected to the nexus point, or else the conflux will detonate, affecting the nervous system of the Hugbo people. It's like, I don't understand anything that you're telling me right now. I could piece this together via context clues, but this is not an enjoyable format of receiving story. I'm quite frankly not enjoying this. It's why I don't like high sci-fi. It's why I don't like high fantasy, because they do this every time. In the world of Arugon, the houses don't exist. They're instead called flumpos. So I'm going home to my family in my flumpo. And we're going to use Gimby Bops to interact with the flip-de-doos. It doesn't flow. It doesn't flow. I'm spending half the time trying to remember what each thing is, and it's just not an enjoyable reading experience. And I feel as though Warframe is doing the same thing. Is it alienating? Are you just playing a much of a muchness? I'm on the wrong screen. No, sorry. Unfollow. Do it. Do it. Could be different for everyone, you think? Because you think you'd feel more involved if someone was talking to you like this instead of getting explained like you're 12. The thing is, I chalk it up to being a good writer or a bad writer. A good writer finds ways of communicating the information to you in ways that feel natural and not exposition dumpy and not like obnoxiously like explaining down to a 12-year-old, right? By providing natural context clues or having your character be a point of view character who's new to the setting, right? And then it makes sense for the characters to explain stuff to you. I'd say a bad writer either doesn't explain anything or refuses to explain things. It just like provides you with like vague nothingness, whatever. Yeah, or the opposite, where they just sit you down in a chair and just vomit explanations at you for half an hour. I'd say that both are equally awful. So I don't like a good space opera. Here's the thing. If high fantasy or high sci-fi is done well in a way that is digestible, that I don't necessarily have an issue with it. It's just half the time they're not. Half the time they're not, and I'm quite sick of them, to be honest. Really hate tutorials and explanations. Your favorite way of storytelling is Dark Souls Bloodborne way. I don't disagree, but in a game it's different. In a game, it's like, here's the thing. I wouldn't have an issue with it in Warframe if characters weren't constantly on the intercom vague posting. If characters weren't constantly on the intercom vague posting, I'd be fine with like piecing it together from world elements. But no, that's not how it works. They just sit there exposition dumping you with things that don't explain anything. So you feel like you're being lectured to, but also you're not receiving answers at the same time. It's incredibly frustrating. But not everyone will take exposition in the same way. You hate exposition. Maybe that's why you're more lenient for under exposition. Here's, I suppose, the key difference is that it doesn't feel like I'm receiving an under exposition. It feels like I'm being over expositioned at, but I'm not actually getting information from it. You got ADD, word vomit is your love language, you will get distracted. I mean, I guess it's just not for me. It's just not for me. Exposed D's. I do. Love Mulholland Drive as a movie? I haven't heard of it before. I've got no idea. Pardon me. You're a 33-year-old child, aren't we all? Not missing out. Good, 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 good. Here's the thing. I will happily take a dumb exposition as long as what I am watching I understand to be terrible. Like, some of my favorite movies are a Madame Web Oh my God. Madam Web had so many exposition dumps and they were glorious. Every single one of them. It all started when I was a child and my mother went to the Amazon studying spiders and she selfishly died there, leaving me as a child all by myself. And that's why I hate families. It's so good. It's so good. So I can appreciate terrible movies. I can. I love terrible movies. My two favorite movies as of late, Madam Web. No, sorry, correction. Favorite movie going experiences of all time: going to the cinema and watching a movie. Craven the Hunter and Cats 2019. I dragged friends along to watch both. And we had a terrible, wonderful time both times. It was, chef's kiss. Beautiful. Your favorite terrible movie outside of the Neil Breen trilogy? Oh, God. I am here, ... 4 dots, by the way, not ellipses, not 3 dots, 4 dots. I am here, ... now. Oh. Fateful Findings is one of my favorite movies of all time. But yes, Day After Tomorrow. I could agree with that. Yeah, probably. Wait, wasn't there a sequel to The Day After Tomorrow? Or was it? Yeah, no, there was, right? Didn't that come out like 4 years ago or something? And everyone was like, why have they released a sequel to this movie that was 20 years old? It was called Next Week. In all seriousness, they did in 2012. Wait, what am I thinking of? Will Smith alien invasion movie. Independence Day. They made a sequel to Independence Day. Right. That's so funny. That's so funny that I thought we were talking about completely different movies that had terrible sequels and we were both correct about two completely separate franchises. That's so good. You love Independence Day? Yeah, not the sequel though, I reckon. Almost anything after 2010-ish. Anyone else remember Moonfall? God, disaster movies got weird. Hello, boys. I'm here. Yep. Oh Lord, yeah. There was Moonfall. There was what was the one with like Nazis on the moon? Or was that also Moonfall? God, what was that era of movie? Iron Sky, disaster movie about Nazis on the moon. Iron Sky. Oh God. 2010 to wait, I would say 2015 was an absolute fever dream. You remember one about like winter Nazi zombies? What was just I don't know what was. They were just throwing darts at a dartboard, I swear. Hi Slink, how you doing? They made a sequel. What? Nice, an 11. I'd take an 11. Of course, I would say that I got an 8. Meh? It's above average. Pardon me? hubby is very science oriented, so you often sit him down to watch one of these and end of the world movies. Oh no, it's the worst. Oh god, was it 2012 where it's like gravitons are passing through the core of the earth, which is destabilizing the crust, and then it means that the whole world's gonna cave in, and the whole world didn't cave in. It caved in a little bit and then stopped and everyone was fine, but it was enough cave in to lead to a bit of disaster for a while. Geostorm was the one. That was horrible. Remember that movie where Nicolas Cage discovers evil numbers that predicted every catastrophe? Wait, what? You liked Ice Twisters? Don't get me wrong, they can be fun. I just think they're nonsense. What is this evil number Nicolas Cage movie that I haven't heard of before? I remember Kung Fury was a gem. Kung Fury was a gem. I won't hear otherwise. Internet produced silly 80s film with what's his face? Who did the soundtrack? But it was meant to be bad. Yeah. It was meant to be bad goods. Also, you discovered the world of Indian horror movies. Oh, David Hasselhoff. David Hasselhoff did the soundtrack for Kung Fury. So good. So good. He is a meme lord. The fact that he appeared in SpongeBob as well. Good lord. Called Knowing. Would not believe how it ends. Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Wait, no. If this is the I would probably actually just watch it. Nicolas Cage. You know what? I'm going to write it down. Nicolas Cage movie Knowing. Nicolas Cage Knowing. I'll see if I can stream it from somewhere, like if it's on Netflix or something. So dramatic. But that's what sells it. Okay, just a heads up, because I started stream an hour late today and I've got something after stream. I'm going to be ending stream an hour early as well. So instead of the 4 hours, I will only be going for 3 hours. So I've only got about 5 minutes left. Random power outage? At your place? Why? Why'd you do it? Back now? Okay. Ah. Spooky ghost? Seems, you heard sirens going off a moment later. EMP? It was you, the expert? Shampoo, what have I told you about randomly turning other people's power off? You can't do it. It's rude. Glad you got to be here. The feet conversation sent me. I'm glad that you were here too, Wicked. You're a gem. Never asked what an expert in. I mean, I don't think we understood what Leon was an expert in either. He got to keep the title. It was you, Barry. You did it. Freak. Barry again. You're an expert in espionage? Le Twist. Oh, God. Twist in the third act. At least this one had like a little bit of, you know, you're part of the, part of the cat mafia. No, it makes sense at least. There was enough context there for me to piece it together. Haven't I seen the Flash meme? as in there are so many memes to do with like Flash animations, or you could mean the Flash. I don't know. Too many. Take a deep breath. Oh God, here we go. Are we flooding again? Let's do it. Oh God. I'm cheating. I'm breathing through my nose. I'm breathing through my nose. I have to admit it. I'm cheating. Plug it so it doesn't drain. Cheetah, I know. Mahamade? Spoilers for what? Yes, I'm a mutant, correct. I can breathe in the water. Oh God. Glad to see that I'm working with somebody of a similar age demographic. I'm getting all of the references, Wicked. Cinema. It was something. It was technically a movie. He certainly was on that raft for a very long time. How you doing, by the way, Funky? Sorry, I didn't ask you before. Hope you're doing well. Stole the water beating potion from the rats. I still can't believe that. I still can't believe that's a thing. Technically was a movie is such a funny thing to say. It was. Technically a movie is a blurb on the box. It was so expensive too. I don't know. I feel as though Hollywood occasionally just like decides, you know what, we're going to sniff our farts with this one. We're going to sniff our farts with this one. We're going to put in $1 bajillion for no reason. Face Off. Oh God, Face Off is a good movie. I love it so much. It's so good. It's me, Castor Troy. Castor Troy, absolute OC of a character name. Not that there's anything wrong with OC names, but that you shouldn't get the feeling of like an OC name from a Hollywood blockbuster. It just feels wrong. Even made a Virtual Boy adaptation. Not many movies. Wait, what? They made a Virtual Boy game for Waterworld? To be fair though, I don't know what games were on the Virtual Boy. So, Dude McGuy, yeah. What was the one where he escaped hell to save his daughter? Surely that, no, that wasn't Roadrunner. Surely that wasn't Ghost Rider. The Crow? Was that one of the Crow sequels? Not the Bees. The Wicker Man is so good. The Happening. Oh, so many good bad movies. I didn't do it. I did not. Oh, hi, Lisa. No, oh, hi, Mark. God. You are tearing me apart, Lisa. Oh. Speaking of cinema. Don't know any of these. There's only one, The Crow. I think there are like 5 at this point now, surely. You don't believe that the others exist? Oh, I got proof to the contrary. Completely forgot about this live stream. Hi, Eleonora. How you doing? How did the the planning go for the 3D space? Aliona. Sorry. It'll stick. It'll stick. I promise. I promise. I'm just terrible with names. In particular, it's me. Drive Angry, Brandon. The only real crow was Bruce Lee's son, Brandon Lee. Wasn't he the one who got tragically shot as part of the filming of it? He got shot by a blank and it killed him. Still can't get over the fact that he passed away on the set. Yeah, spooky. The man was the love of your life. Oh, my condolences. Amazing movie and soundtrack. Being a 90s kid in your top 5. I wasn't allowed to watch it. It was too scary as a child. I didn't end up watching. There were a few movies like that I didn't watch when I was a kid because they were outside of my age range. The Terminator and Aliens being kind of up there. The Terminator and the Alien franchise, and I've had to go back afterwards and kind of reintroduce myself to them. The Crow is unfortunately one that I haven't had the pleasure of watching. G'day, Davey. How you doing? How you doing, mate? How's it going, mate? It's awesome. Yeah, I do get that. I do get that feeling. I will have to watch it and tick it off the list. You're a lucky kid. Yep. Start with The Crow 4, A Wicked Prayer, best of. I've heard good things about Wicked Prayer, but not in the way that you'd want to hear about a movie that you've directed. I mean, unless that was their intention, which I doubt that it was. Heresy? I mean, how are we doing for time? Yeah, we're over. We're over by 5. Freaking rage baiting you. Apologies. Apologies. What do we reckon? Tavern looking a little bit better? Looking a little bit better? I'm still struggling with building. I'm still struggling with it just being a building. So I need to improve in that regard. But I mean, hopefully it's looking at least 3-dimensional. From there we can fix things. Love the lights. Thank you. It's coming along. Needs barrels. It does. It does. The intention is to have like stacked crates and barrels and stuff over on this right side. And then potentially like a barrel floating in the water as well would be quite fun. Gonna go make salmon and rice. Enjoy. Thanks for hanging out, Jempu. Look after yourself, bud. Perspective is looking good. Thank you. I'm quite happy with the overall vibe. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is it's looking a little bit flat. And what that tells me is that I need to push some of the values a little bit further. What does this mean? It means that, for example, the cliffs in the background here, I need to lighten. These elements here, these elements here in the foreground, I need to darken and I need to push some of the values a little bit further away from each other. Got a comfy vibe, like I find in an old point and click adventure. Perfect. That's absolutely what I'm going for. 110%. Hi Ellie. I'm so sorry, bud. I'm actually ending a little bit early today because I've got a Dagger Heart game after this, and because I started late, I can't push it. Just in time, Billy. Thanks for hanging out though, everyone. Window details are coming on great. Thank you. I'm particularly fond of that, of the big round window, because I'm a little bit concerned about how that was going to turn out. I need to make sure that this like full-on gallery wraparound windowed section turns out the way that I want. I think the only way that I'm going to nail it is by having like silhouettes and stuff on the inside, but we'll see. We'll see. Ending early, the real rage fight. Yeah. Yep. The original sin. Ending stream early. Thanks for streaming later. Yeah, of course. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Looks so cool. Thank you. Enter the pit so that I may leave. A soul for a soul. Sacrificing so that I may flee. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, but it won't be this. It won't be this tomorrow. It'll be a community canvas. The theme for tomorrow is going to be fungus. Yes, it's because I'm drawing mushrooms in this painting, and I want to draw more. So if you enjoy the idea of jumping into the canvas and adding some little fungal drawings all over the place, then yeah, it'll be the usual time on a Friday. If you're unsure as to which time that is, you can check it in the schedule. It should all be accurate, apart from the fact that I've been running late for some of my streams. But yeah, have an excellent rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. Look after yourselves and catch you later. Bye everybody, bye.